Summer has arrived, so you know what that means. Skies out, thighs out. But I'm not talking about going to the beach, no. Going outside is so 2019. These days, we just stay inside and watch anime. And since the summer 2021 lineup came out, it's time to see which shows are hot and which shows are not. Now, first up, we have the second season of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Now, I kind of like this show. I thought it was okay. You know, it was a pretty good watch, but okay, now you have my attention. The show just seemed to have gotten a lot better all of a sudden. It seems the second season has gone from oh pie to oh my. All of a sudden I feel the need to put this at the top of my plan to watch list now. Yeah, no, looks like it's gonna be a good show. Can't wait to watch it. Let's move on here. Let's see what else do we got. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, second season, part 2. Seems to be quite the mouthful. I mean, you already know about this one. It's going to be one of the best shows of the summer season, and also it's one of the best shows probably out there, so if you haven't seen it, you should probably give it a watch. And if I had to guess, the second season is probably going to be more of Mr. Tempest slowly taking over the world ever so slightly and becoming the Hokage of the world and reuniting the monsters and the humans together and creating a big happy family. Also, probably some good action scenes, which I'm always excited to see. So, you know, we'll put that probably at the top as well on the plan to watch for summer at least. What is this? A new installment of Love Live? Okay. Now, I'm not too familiar with the series myself, but I'm always into cute girls doing cute things, and they sing, so that's also a plus. I also know that it has a huge fan base, and people love it, so there's something going on with the show that has to be pretty good. So this may be the season I finally watch one of the Love Lives. Now, one of the more interesting shows I've seen so far is called When They Cry. It's a murder mystery, and it sounds like it could be pretty cool if done well. I mean, maybe it's not interesting to most people, but I always see murder mysteries. If I don't know what's going on and I have to sit there and pace around my room for 10 minutes to like figure out what I just watched, then I mean, it'd be a good show. But if it doesn't do that, then I'm just gonna be sad. What I imagine is going to happen is you're just going to have a village with a bunch of girls, and they may end up killing each other, they may not. Some of them are crazy, probably all of them are crazy, throwing some supernatural stuff like beast and weird magic maybe, and oh, this girl is getting mind controlled, and there you have a plot for the show. So maybe it'll be good. I mean, Steins Gate is based off a game, and I love Steins Gate, so we'll see. Now, have you ever wished you could redo something, go back in time, and take a different path in life? I think the older that we get, the more relatable that becomes. Maybe one time you were in class when you were younger and you swore it was gonna be a fart, but turns out it was not a fart. Remember ninth grade, fourth period Miss Simmons class? Yeah, we still remember, Jeff. But the main character in Remake Our Life's a little different. He's just a failed game developer that wants to redo what he did in the past and go to an art school now. I wish the guy the best of luck in his adventure. I mean, he has 10 years of experience to go back on, so he can't mess up, right? Another show in the summer season that I hope they don't mess up is the case study of Vanitas. It's probably not how you pronounce it, but close enough.
Vanitas.
So in this one it has vampires, and now I've seen all the Twilight movies and I thought they were pretty decent. So vampires as a concept, pretty high on the list of shows to watch. People have also told me that the Vampire Diaries series is pretty good, and this one's animated, so it has to be better. It honestly looks like a pretty promising show. It has some good actions, pretty funny dynamic between the characters, so pretty excited to see a bit of this one. So since they're vampires, it also means they're immortal, which means the series could run forever. So we could have another One Piece, potentially, here. Speaking of One Piece will be airing this summer season, next summer season, and most likely the summer season after that. It's only 900 episodes right now, so you could watch it at any time, but if you don't have the time, just think about next year. It's going to be 1,000 episodes, so if you don't have the time, you should make the time because it's a good show, I guess. But I know most of us that are watching the summer season are just trying to get our fix quick, so another good show to watch could be Sonny Boy, honestly. From what I've seen so far, it looks like it could be a post on r/took too much, because I'm not really sure what's going on. It seems as though they get transported to a dimension, and then on top of that, they gain superpowers, so looks like a pretty good twist on Isekai, not gonna lie. I can't wait to see how the social dynamics play out, because it could end up being one of my favorite shows. Another show that looks like it could be really good is The Aquatope on White Sand. And I'm gonna be honest, Free Willy is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Not very similar to this show, but I thought I'd just put that out there. Or is it similar? The main character Fuka seems to be lost in life. The whale from Free Willy was lost. They both are isolated from their friends until they meet a certain person at an aquarium and helps them find themselves. All I'm saying is it might be closer than you think. Or maybe the story is more about how the animals are going extinct and these animals are actually ambassadors for their species and helping spread public awareness to show that there's a problem with extinction. Which is a pretty good lesson to be learned. A bad of a good of a lesson of life lessons with Uramichi-Oniisan. The show's pretty funny so far. I mean, it just matters how long it can last, because if it starts oversaturating its jokes, using the same jokes or something like that, then the comedy gets really old. But if it doesn't do any of that, it could brew up to be a pretty good show. I mean, that's all I can really ask for in a comedy. If the comedy stays fresh and new and it's always funny, then and there's some romance on it, I mean, it could be a good show then. And you know, if a show is an isekai, it has to be a good show. So let's talk about some of the isekais that are coming out this season. And gosh darn do I love isekai. So here we go. Spirit Chronicles, Moonlight Fantasy, How Realistic Hero. I mean, no flame on isekai. I love most isekais. I think they can all be done pretty well, but it does seem a little bit oversaturated at this point, but I'm always down to watch a good one, so I'll just wait for someone to tell me it's a good show. Now let's move on to something not isekai. We have The Detective Is Already Dead. It looks like it'd be okay. I mean, just from watching the trailer, I feel like I missed the first 4 seasons of the show. They completely left out his training arc to become the world's greatest detective, which, I mean, I don't think he's really the world's greatest detective, but he's a detective now, and his girl love interest thing dies, and now he meets a new girl that's kind of like her, and he becomes a detective again, but she's already dead. So is she a ghost? I don't know, but it looks like it could be kind of a cool show, and she has white hair, so that's a plus. But more importantly, let's move on to the sports anime of the season. He's playing water polo. It's Remain. Now, as much as I love shirtless men playing football in a pool with their hands, I mean, I'm probably not going to watch the show. I'm not too into sports anime. Some of them are pretty good, but overall, I don't actively seek them out. So unless this turns into a Fate Beach Day episode where they're just spiking the ball into the goal and it rips into a million pieces, then I don't know if I'll actually give it a watch, but it could be pretty good if I have nothing else to watch. But I will have something to watch because the anime of the year is going to be the Itaten Deities no Only Peace. Not really sure if I pronounced that correct, but I tried and that's what counts, right? But this show has to be good. It's the same author as Izuku Reviewers, which was one of the highest rated shows on my anime list. Probably thanks to Reddit, because now it dropped a little bit, but it was up there at one point in time. Unfortunately, compared to Izuku Reviewers, this one doesn't have the ecchi tab, which kind of, brings it down a couple points in my opinion, but the character designs are pretty good, so we can go off that for now. Which very well may carry it to Anime of the Year, possibly at the Crunchyroll Awards. But maybe it won't win, and then I'll have to make a Reddit thread about it later on. So last but not least, we got one that I was kind of interested in, and it's The Honor at the Magic High School. Which I think this could be a good show, because The Irregular at the Magic High School is a pretty good show, and this is just a spin-off of it. So I'm disappointed to see how low it's rated on my anime list, but it could be a good show overall. And from what I remember, the magic system was pretty cool, so if they keep most of the things the same, I don't see why it couldn't be a good show. But that's it for the summer anime of 2021. I did leave out a couple that I wasn't too interested in, so that's why you don't see certain shows, but I think this season is looking pretty good, and most seasons are looking pretty good nowadays, so I'm excited to see where anime is going. That's why I always like talking about the new shows that are coming out in this season, because you never really know which one's going to be good unless you read the manga. But even then, it can be messed up in the anime. So it's always nice to see that some shows can just be diamonds in the rough. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you can leave a like or comment, and see you guys next time. Bye.